The GIF. You use it just like a picture or an image, but it moves. Even GIF, you've never heard of them. You've probably seen GIFs being gainfully employed in hilarious memes and adding insights to your team's chat. A GIF is like a video, except it's not a video. Well, it is, except that... Alright, as Neil Postman might suggest, let's go back a bit and begin with the problem. A moving image isn't really moving at all. As Charlie Kaufman helpfully pointed out, a video is
a series of static images creating the illusion of movement.
You see, a digital video creates a really big file size because it contains a huge amount of information. So if you imagine a single static image being 20 kilobytes in size, multiplied by 30 frames per second, then multiplied again by 600 for a 10-minute video, and you'll end up with around 360 megabytes. Uploading a file this big to Moodle can be frustrating and can cause your page to slow up. Now you could upload the video to Microsoft Stream and embed it from there, but only if you want to spend hours each term dealing with permissions issues. GIFs are very different though. For a start, they only run at 4 frames per second. It makes the movement a little jerky, but it massively reduces the file size. And they're only recommended to be about 6 to 15 seconds long, so the file size is never going to be too great. GIFs also use a compression tool that makes the file size even smaller. So compared to, say, a big fat MP4 movie file, these are an entirely different kettle of GIF. So for example, instead of just written instructions for students saying click on the assignment, click on the blue add submission button, drag your file into the upload area and then click save changes, you can include a concise walkthrough of exactly what they have to do visually, helping students feel more confident that they're doing the right thing. But how do you create a GIF? Don't you have to use video editing programs with interfaces that look as complicated as the cockpit of a jumbo jet? Well, I've got good news for you, because it's so much easier now than it ever has been. Here's my course page, and here's my assessment. Students need to upload 4 files, and I want to show students exactly how. There are lots of ways that I could record my screen. The snippet tool is built into Windows, and screenshots similarly is built into Macs. For this example though, I'm going to go to my Microsoft 365 homepage. And here on the left is a wee button labelled Create. And now along the top are all the different types of things that I can create in Microsoft, with one of them being screen recording. Now, in here we can have a selfie camera if we want, but let's not. Otherwise, all I need to do is to click on Start Screen Recording. I only want to record my course page, I don't need to record my whole screen. So I'll find my tab in the browser with the course page and then I'll click Share. After a short countdown, I can perform the actions that I want my students to replicate. And when I'm done, I can click Stop Sharing. I now have my video, which is great, but I was trying to be careful while demonstrating, but the video is actually a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I need to make it shorter. Now up here at the top there's a button called ClipChamp, and this button will enable me to edit my video. Now please bear in mind this is Microsoft we're talking about here, so by the time you're watching this video this same button may have been renamed U-turn and moved into the analytics menu. For now though, it's ClipChamp and it's here on the menu bar, so I'll click on Copy Now. Now it's not quite Jumbo Jet here, but it is a bit intimidating, so let's go over the basics. Here's the timeline of the video going from the beginning to the end. I can move through the timeline using this line. Now you can see at the beginning I switch my role to student for the demonstration. I don't need this. So I can move the line to where I finally remember what I'm supposed to be doing. And now I'll click on the little scissors icon to cut the timeline here. I can now delete this and move the video clip back to the beginning. Oh, and look, there's this bit where I realise I've left the assignment from when I was testing it out before. Again, I don't need this, so I can click at the beginning of that section and at the end and delete the bit I don't need. Move the rest of the video to join with the other part, and now I can select the clip and go over to this speed item on the right. Currently it's set to normal speed, but if I use the slider to speed it up, you can see that the duration of the video gets shorter. Here I am, under 10 seconds, that will do nicely. Now I just need to download the video. Click on Export. I can leave the settings pretty much as they are, but I don't want it in the cloud, I'll just save it to my computer. Okay, so I have a video file. Now I just need to turn it into a GIF, a paradigm GIF you might say. Here to the rescue comes Adobe with this brilliant free website. All I need to do here is to drag across my video, click on download. My file is now here and I can treat it just like an image file. If I drag it onto my course page as a file, students can open it and it will embed itself nicely, a visual, quick loading, concise demonstration that probably took me less than 10 minutes to create.